7 in the morning. I then went to 2 different other appearances. I then made about 15 phone calls. I've gone 48 days now without arrest, and I've got that loser who doesn't have the energy of a rabbit. I'm not even tired. I'm really exhilarated. You know why? We're killing her in the polls because the American people don't want her. She didn't pass her bar exam. She's not a smart person. She's not a person that should represent our country. I want to see her do a cognitive test because she couldn't ace, because she wasn't born smart.
Let me tell you a story. Kamala Harris took another jab at Donald Trump, claiming he's exhausted. But let's take a look at Trump's recent activities. I mean, not only is he going to be in Greensboro today, tomorrow, or yesterday, or the day after that, North Carolina, he's been here, I don't know, I can't count, 10 times probably in the last couple of weeks. But on that same day that she said that Trump was exhausted, Donald Trump held a rally in Lancaster. He did an interview with Howie Carr. He attended a Steelers game and even worked a shift at McDonald's. And I'm pretty sure he did a lot more than that. That doesn't sound like exhaustion to me, but I'm exhausted just saying everything that he just did in one day. Now, as we head into 2024 election season, polling numbers are tightening. Trump holds 48.3%, while Harris edges slightly ahead at 49.2%. Again, I will tell you what I normally say about polls. I don't understand them. I don't think that they're correct. It's just like doing the matrix when it comes down to politics, because you certainly weigh certain things and certain issues on one way or the other, that they're a guide, but they're not the definite. So I don't see Harris beating Donald Trump. I am, though, concerned about locally here when I drive around in Alamance County, North Carolina, next to Orange County, North Carolina, the amount of Harris Waltz signs out there. But I can tell you this, there has to be a lot with the fact that they have demonized us, MAGA supporters, Donald Trump supporters. They have destroyed our property. I talked about it in the last podcast. People are sending nasty letters to Donald Trump supporters, threatening to shoot their cats and things. We are treated like dirt. We have a current president, Biden, who has called us MAGA extremists. Since the left has taken over jobs and taken over HR, et cetera, people like myself can't get a proper job in our field because we can't get past HR, especially if it's known that we are a Donald Trump supporter or a Republican. And me being a public figure and running for office a few times already has kind of eliminated me from being able to get a job in my career. Yes, it's harder for people to put a Donald Trump sign in their yard. So I have to think about that. But we have to think about this. Every vote counts. And you never know what might happen. A storm, a tragedy like we had in North Carolina recently. It's so crucial to vote early and get your voice heard while you can. Let's dive into the latest headlines shaping this conversation. We'll be right back. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
Welcome to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, where we cut through the noise, misinformation, and the biased narratives, though I will admit I'm a little leaning to the right, that bring you the facts that no matter to whoever's listening, These facts matter to true patriots who stand for our constitutional republic. Here we're committed to liberty, free speech, and the true values that are the foundation of our nation. I want to start by sharing a quick story about the importance of voting early. Polls can shift, storms can roll in, and life can throw unexpected things at us. But one thing is certain, your voice is your voice. Your vote, sorry. Your vote. Your voice is, of course, your voice in this country. But your vote is your voice in this country. And it's critical to cast it when you can. I even voted early, and I normally like to vote on election day during the elections. I voted early on the first day. Got it out of the way because never know what might happen. Just look at the 2024 polls. Harris and Trump are neck and neck, apparently, with Trump at 48.3 and Harris at 49.2. Depends on the poll. That's a small margin. It shows how every vote is crucial. And I know that it's going to come down to the unaffiliated voters who are the ones that will truly decide this election. So as we dive into the headlines, remember that the future of this constitutional republic is in our hands. So let's go right. Let's stand up for what's right. And let's make sure that your voice is heard. Now let's get to the top stories shaping this week in politics and beyond.
For the constitutionalists, we wear the crown. We're moving forward, never turning back. With Go Right News, we're on the attack. For liberty, truth, and a brighter day. Together we rise, come what may.
Tell you what, it's a great franchise, it's a great company, and they've been very, very nice. And you know, if you look at really what's happening, look at the crowd over there. Look how happy everybody is. They're happy because they want hope. They need hope. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to give much more than hope.
What does Working the Fryer tell you about the people of Pennsylvania?
Make it fact.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your
I
resume?
never worked here.
Why would she lie about
15 minutes
something
more than
like that?
Kamala.
What we put on your resume?
I worked at McDonald's.
Why would she lie about that?
Why? Because she's lying, Kamala. That's why.
I'm loving it. Donald Trump promised to work a shift at McDonald's, and he delivered in style. He sported an apron. He worked the deep fryer in the drive-thru at McDonald's in Festerville, Arvoros, Pennsylvania. Hundreds of supporters showed up to witness this unusual moment, which quickly spread across social media. Now, I will tell you, I read something. I didn't have it wrote down in here, but I read something about the McDonald's. They are a franchise system. So McDonald's itself did not endorse, and they do not endorse a specific candidate. So I know there's some heat and hate on McDonald's. But as McDonald's basically said, franchises can do what they want. They can support individually, and this was a franchise. McDonald's wrote a letter, and to paraphrase it, they said, we are not blue or red. McDonald's is golden. I kind of like that they're keeping the impartiality and understanding that real business needs to cater to everyone. And of course, McDonald's, because they are a worldwide company. Now, this all started when Kamala Harris told actress Drew Barrymore that she once worked at a McDonald's flipping fries. Trump never wanted to back down from a challenge, responded by saying he'd always wanted to work at McDonald's and would do it himself since, in his words, she didn't do it. Now, the fast food chain McDonald's released a carefully worded statement about Harris's fond memories, but didn't provide any concrete proof of her employment. Donald Trump claims that he's spoke to McDonald's, had them check McDonald's, and that she's never worked at McDonald's. I don't think it matters. But again, her vice president has lied so many things about things he's done. Why not her lying? I mean, Biden has lied time and time again. He said that he's went over things that's impossible, been over bridges that didn't exist, that don't have transit over it. You know, talked about, I don't know, back his time in 1842 or whatever. Who knows? Now, this stunt from Trump, much like the reality show Undercover Boss, connected with the American people who love seeing their leaders step into everyday roles. As Trump's quipped about working the drive-thru, he said, I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I think I might come back here and do it again. Now, I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons after all these years of Donald Trump being a super boss, they still cannot find an employee that will really come out and say that Donald Trump was a bad boss. They cannot even find the companies that supposedly Donald Trump didn't pay because they didn't do their job. And since you're a contractor and you don't do your job, you don't get paid, or you get your pay discounted. Total makes sense as a manager. But Donald Trump standing there working with his employees. This is something I did when I learned off Donald Trump things, is that when I manage. I learn the people. I know the people I'm working with. I want the people working with me to understand me, to know me, to like me. And when they'll work extra hard for you because they like the manager, you're not just, I'm the manager, I'm the boss, do it. That's the big difference. That's how you run a business properly. People want to be invested in their company. It's not just a paycheck. It's a team. Now, this event showcases Trump's ability to draw attention to Kamala Harris in a way that resonates with his supporters. Now, here's an opinion. Some may view this as masterful marketing, while others might see it as just another example of political theater. But all I know is, if you want to see the whole video, you can go on our website on GoRightNews.com and check out the YouTube video about Donald Trump at McDonald's, and then our podcast will show little clips. Hope you enjoy. We'll be right back.
Meetings like the iconic
That's good stuff.
and then once these come up, I'll salt them. I'll make a couple for us, and then I'll pass it over to you, and then I'll kind of just stand by and just make sure that
Very
it's flowing
good.
straight.
Very good.
And we'll probably drop it once it's your turn. We'll probably drop another basket, and then I'll take care of these. You'll take care of your basket, and then we'll keep it going.
It's a good job, isn't it? Huh? Not
Yeah.
bad, right?
Yeah, very good job.
You have a nice owner. Be careful. He's right there.
Great owner, yes.
Be careful. 8 years. That's the end of that. We're going to the Pittsburgh game tonight. Pittsburgh Steelers. Should be good.
It should be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a good game. So how long do they stay in generally?
Roughly 3 minutes.
So you do the initial shake. Do you do a shake after that?
I'll shake. No, not really a shake. So the cool timer's going off. We're gonna hit the timer. We're gonna lift them up, hang them onto there, and then we're just gonna drain them. So we're gonna hold it here for around 10 seconds. Let the oil drain off them. We're gonna do these ones too. Put them up, drain them. Roughly 10 seconds, and then we're done. We're gonna lift this, 2 hands over, drop it in, and then we can put all of our old baskets right over here, ready to be refilled for the next time. The same thing, 2 hands, drop it in, and then fry baskets over
And
here.
you always keep them separate?
Yeah, exactly. We want to mix old and new. Now we get our AccuSalt, hold it over. You don't got to shake it or anything like that. It dispenses exactly what you need,
Wow.
and then like that, it's done. And then we're gonna start making fries. We're gonna grab our medium carton, sides, bottom, and then we're gonna give these quick toss, get the salt evenly dispersed.
That's President Trump at a McDonald's. If I've made you hungry for French fries, I apologize. But one of those moments on the campaign trail we thought you would enjoy seeing. And the former president was asked what he loves about McDonald's as he was putting the apron on. He said he loves it all.
Elon Musk is causing waves again, this time by offering $1 million. $1 million. Per day to a random voter who signs for his petition to support protecting the First and Second Amendments. Musk has already contributed $75 million to the Trumpist-aligned super PAC and is offering $47 for every person in swing states who signs his petition. His goal to register up to 2 million voters before Election Day. Now, Democrats are not happy. Some are even calling for criminal charges against Musk, including Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, who criticized the campaign, calling it deeply concerning. In response, Musk dismissed the concern, stating concerning that he would say such a thing. Now, here's the opinion, folks. Some legal experts argue that while the timing is close to the election, the giveaway does not violate election law since it's nonpartisan, meaning Democrats could sign up too. Still, it's causing a stir, especially given past donation like Mark Zuckerberg's $400 million in 2020, which went largely unchallenged. Democrats are seeing their own tactics turned against them, and they're not pleased. If you want to see a little video about this, you could go to gorightnews.com and check it out. It's a Rumble video where Elon Musk explains with humor how the federal government is killing innovation through overregulation. Take a look at that website, gorightnews.com, under this article. We'll be right back.
Боже, ребята, идите спрячьтесь.
So they're grabbing people off the street and throwing them into vans, manhandling them, beating them up, throwing them into vans to die for a war that they probably don't even want. Hunting people like animals for cannon fodder for the regime continues in Ukraine. Dozens of Ukrainian men were tricked and captured by the mobilization service, who pretended to provide a safe escape from Ukraine for a sum, but instead captured the escapees. As a result, the SBU officers earned approximately $470,000 and got rewards from their bosses. If you learn anything from this damn story, anytime the government pulls up and they're going to help you, don't get in the van.
So Zelensky is threatening a nuclear arsenal if NATO declines membership. In a troubling escalation, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has threatened to pursue nuclear weapons if NATO does not accept Ukraine as a member. This shocking statement brings to mind the aggressive posturing of North Korean leaders, as Zelensky appears to be leaning into dangerous territory. His statement is another reminder of the high stakes involved in global democracy and diplomacy and the precarious position NATO finds itself in. Now, here's an opinion. While this could be seen as a pressure tactic, others might interpret Zelensky's actions as reckless and akin to the behavior of dictators. Yep, dictator Volodymyr Zelensky. Yes, you don't keep giving him money, I'm going to get nukes.
Somebody knocked our sign down yesterday. I can't show my whole car there. Somebody knocked our Trump sign down yesterday, so we fixed it. Yeah, we made sure that that won't happen again.
All right, folks, we got another little bit of additional hashtag Go Right News headlines before we hit the recap. So Dave Ramsey endorses Donald Trump, the finance expert and radio host, through his support behind Donald Trump, marking another high-profile endorsement for the former president. And meanwhile, boxing legend backs Trump. Thomas Hitman Hearns stood by Trump during a rally in Detroit, lending his celebrity-ness to the cause. And also, there was a sold-out Madison Square Garden. Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden sold out in just a few hours, showing that his support remains strong in the key regions. Remember, Madison Square Garden is in New York City. New York City! They still love Donald Trump. Just like we talked about Melania Trump's book being on the #1 bestseller in New York Times. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley, the one that really didn't like Trump so much and worked with PACs that didn't like Trump so much, now she's in talks to join Trump on the trail. one again, off again, Trump train. The former U.S. ambassador of the United Nations may soon join Trump to court soft Republicans and female voters. Meanwhile, Michigan election delay expected. Yeah, don't like this one. Michigan's Secretary of State announced that the crucial swing states election results might not be certified until the day after Election Day, a potentially contentious situation. This reminds me of what was going on in North Carolina during the 2020 election. We were literally at 99.9% of all votes counted. Donald Trump was barely winning because we are a mixed state. Don't know if they were doing some crazy cheating possibly in this state, even though our absentee ballots went from like 3%, 6%, 3% to all of a sudden 23%, which doesn't sound right. And things didn't look right. And it seemed like we were the backup if Georgia decided to go the other way for Trump. It took us weeks, I think a week, before them to finally finalize North Carolina's election results. And I didn't like that. So Michigan waiting. It will not be a day that we absolutely will know Donald Trump will win unless it's a super landslide. But if it's tight, it looks like there was going to be a lot of problems going on. And we all know what happens when there's a lot of problems going on. The left or the right will be upset, and it causes problems. That is why it's so necessary that we need more moderates in our political system. We'll be right back with our hashtag #GoRight recap.
Donald's out there flipping fries while Kamala's stories just passed by. He's working the drive-thru, making it real, showing America he's got the deal. McDonald's apron with a smile on his face, serving the people, standing in grace. He's not just talking, he's walking the line. For the folks who know it's our time to shine, we're standing tall, we're going right. The Constitutionalists for America, ready to fight for freedom and truth. We take our stand with GoRight News. We'll lead this land. Everyone's calling for votes in the game. Dems are crying, but it's all the same. Money for freedom, he's betting it all. First and Second Amendments, we stand tall. Must put millions where the message flies. For the people's voice, no more lies. They call it illegal, but we know the play. Turn up the vote, we're here to stay. We're not afraid. We've got the light with GoRight News. We're ready for the fight. Freedom rings loud from shore to shore. With every voice, we'll be heard more. Zelensky's threat with nukes in his hands, but we know our truth. We'll take a stand from Pennsylvania to the rallies out west. Trump's fighting for what's always been best. Boxers and legends all by his side, standing together for this country's pride. Let's make it known we won't back down. For the Constitutionalists, we wear the crown. We're moving forward, never turning back. With GoRight News, we're on the attack. For liberty, truth, and a brighter day. Together we rise, come what may.
Welcome back to our hashtag Go Right recap. And if you haven't done so already, please go to all our social medias and follow me on Facebook, on X, Twitter, Truth Social, Reddit, Rumble, especially YouTube, everywhere. Share it, share, because I cannot grow. I need to know that people are watching these videos. I spend a lot of time, folks, to do these videos. It's a lot of prep for the article, and then I video record these, then I edit them, and I spend, because I work nights, I usually have time to do stuff, and I get it out there for you during the day. It's a lot of work behind this and a lot of funds behind getting this done as well, because I have to pay a lot for the services and everything, especially the website. So please share this. Please get this out here. That's the best I can ask for. I'm not getting rich. I'm not making any money off of this, honestly, but I like to get the news out here. This is my form of activism. So let's talk about the hashtag Go Right recap. We've seen a lot of power. We've seen a power of leadership this week. Donald Trump is working a shift at McDonald's. He's showing he's still got the energy and connection to the everyday American, even though Kamala Harris is claiming he's exhausted. Yeah, I'd be exhausted too after working a shift at McDonald's. And Elon Musk isn't sitting on the sidelines either. He's putting his fortune behind efforts to register votes in swing states, much to the dismay of the left. And on the world stage, we're facing critical moments as Ukraine Zelensky raises the stakes with his nuclear threats. Now, let's not forget, the polls are neck and neck. Every single vote counts in the battle for America's future. So don't wait until the last minute. Get out there and vote and make your voice heard. Thank you for joining in on hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. For more stories and insights and articles, visit GoRightNews.com for the links. Don't forget to check us out on Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, Twitter, and beyond. To infinity and beyond. To support our work, you can donate at Cash App at the $ Peter Boykin #1, or you can reach out to me directly. I can give you a little bit easier link. The links are available on GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. So let's keep going right, where we stand for what's right. God bless everybody. Peace.
Welcome to Burger Town, you fat bitch! Excuse me? Oh, you gonna cry about it, Tubby? Good, more feelings for you to eat. I'll add a couple burgers to your order. Thank you. You're gonna spit in them too, you fat idiot. You cannot talk to me that way. Look, I refuse to believe that someone who hates themselves enough to put this crap into their body can't accept being spoken to in any manner. You little jerk, let me speak to your manager. You got it. Hey, I'm the manager. What's up, you fat idiot? Your employee is being very disrespectful. Your employee is being very disrespectful. You know what? Let me get the actual manager. I promise he doesn't care either. Bill? Hey, this is the manager. Your employee is being extremely rude? I don't care. What's wrong with you? Excuse me, have you seen the employment statistics? Do you have any idea how hard it is to find help right now? I am not firing anyone. We're in control now, fatty. What about your self-respecting customers? Yeah, this is Burger Town. We don't have any. Whoa! Someone just spilled grease everywhere! Are you gonna get in here and help clean that up? Me? No, the person behind you. Yes, you. Absolutely not! Well, one of us has to. Yeah, you! Look, we can't make fries till he gets this cleared up. Do you want Burger Town or not? You've got to be kidding. Come on, fatty! You know you're gonna do it. You want those fries. You seriously let anyone who works for you talk however they want? Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Hello, I'd like a burger with... Yeah, I bet you would, you fat idiot. Told you this new policy would eliminate the worker shortage. Become a member at freedomtunes.com for exclusive cartoons.